Well, it's Friday, and you know what that means here in Costa Rica Story? That's right, Flashback Friday. And we're going back to May of 2020. Join me. Hey there, and welcome to Costa Rica Story. And if you're new here, my name is Ed. I make videos about Costa Rica and my life here in Costa Rica. And if you're a regular here, part of the Good Vibe tribe, my name still is Ed, and you know what I do. So this is Flashback Friday for May 2020. And the thing I remember most about this, as you'll soon see, it snowed. And in upstate New York, it snows a lot, but it's by May we're supposed to be done with the snow. You know, the flowers are coming up by then, and we're starting to think spring, and the bees are buzzing around. So that even though you know the snow is not going to last long, you just, after you've been shoveling snow all winter long, the last thing you want to do is see snow. So join me on this little journey back into the past. We can watch it together here. You know, I didn't always hate the snow. In fact, when I was a kid, winter was one of my favorite times of the year. You had sledding, skating, and skiing, all that fun kind of winter kid stuff. But as I was reminded by this May 2020 morning snowfall, as an adult, I don't care for snow. In fact, I hate the sight of this stuff, especially in May, when things are supposed to be getting nice and warm. But then again, this is 2020, and anything can happen. Sure, snow-covered tulips do look kind of pretty, I guess, but, you know, I could do without it. I know for sure I could do without a snow-covered car. This is the kind of thing that makes me wonder, why the heck do I live here? I am thankful for the little things. A nice cup of Costa Rican coffee gives me a little taste of the life that's waiting for me a couple thousand miles to the south. That stuff was crap. I've been planning to move to Costa Rica for a while now. It was from Costa Rica, but it was crap. This late season snowfall is a huge reminder of why I need to get the heck out of here. I do love my coffee, and I'm really looking forward to drinking my first cup of coffee on Costa Rican soil. I mean, I go outside with a cup to take a walk, and I can only dream about what it would be like to be walking in a different world, to be walking on a Costa Rican shore, experiencing pura vida. The dream becomes reality, but one step at a time. That was interesting. That was interesting. Yeah, I remember that snowstorm like it was yesterday. It was horrible. And, you know, you just have to make the best of it. And it was just, I look at it like it was just more appreciation for my life now, just realizing that it's not going to snow here. And I'm happy about that. It was funny, the coffee that I was drinking, I bought on Amazon, and it was Costa Rican coffee, but it was probably all the discards from like good Costa Rican coffee that, you know, they ship that off to some company that says it's Costa Rican coffee. It comes from Costa Rica, but it was the worst of the worst beans. So I'm just the opposite now. I'm drinking Café Don Emilio, the official coffee of Costa Rica Story, and this is good coffee. I mean, this was roasted and ground 2 days ago. That stuff I got from Amazon, I think it was like $4 or $5 a bag, and it was just like, in my mind, I thought I was drinking great coffee, but it was one of those things where you kind of fool yourself. into thinking that. But it was a different world. I'm looking through that video, and that's what I love about this, doing these Flashback Friday episodes. I get to go back, and because I haven't looked at a lot of this stuff in a long time, so it's nice going back there and looking at that stuff. And if you want to see some of the older videos, I have some playlists of, I've got playlists of 2020 and 2021. Some of them divided into when I'm living in Costa Rica or when I was living in the U.S. So if you want to have a look at some of the old footage of some of these older videos, let me get I'm trying to turn the volume down in this so it doesn't override here. But no, I'm looking at the flowers. I used to have a lot of beautiful tulips in the yard, but it's nostalgic for me looking back at my old home. And in some ways I miss it, but overall, no, I don't miss it. I miss I had some great memories at that place. But yeah, that May snowstorm was not one. And yeah, so you can see in there that the house is quite a bit of a mess. As you'll see in the next episode of Flashback Friday, you'll really see the mess. But in this one, I'm making some coffee with my Keurig and putting the crappy Costa Rican coffee in it, and it was, at the time I just had myself fooled into thinking it was great. So yeah, and it's funny because the footsteps when I was walking out. I did the walking in the snow, but I had to use some stock footage of me walking on the surf, and now I've got so much video of myself walking on the surf with my real feet. Like the feet that you see in the video are just that's just stock footage because I had never been to Costa Rica yet at that point. It was a little bit humorous, so I like that video. So if you want to see more videos from that era, there's what is it? The Living in the U.S. 2020 or something. I'll link them below down in the description. It was fun. It was fun looking back, and thanks for joining me at this look back at Costa Rica Story in the United States. But if you'd like to come here to Costa Rica and do the Uvita Day Adventure with me, just go to uvitaday.com. There's a ton of things we can do together here. We can go to Playa Ventanas and see the sea caves. We can go to the whale tail at low tide. You can go visit some of my friends at El Mercado. We can see Uvita in a different way. If you come here by yourself, it's not the same as coming here with me. I can show you Uvita in a way that you would not see coming by yourself. Also, if you need a rental car, I'm working with a rental car agency now. I can help you with that. I can also help you booking tours here in Uvita. So if you're going to do that stuff, make sure you book it through me, because I get a small commission from that. And the commission does not come from your end. It comes from their end. That's the way things work in tourist communities. There's referral commissions. So, and I'm going to do a whole separate video on that in the future. So if you'd like to come and do the Uvita Day Adventure, just go to uvitaday.com. And if you don't know what the Uvita Day Adventure is, well, you better watch this video.
I would love this.
So are you ready? Are you ready to come to Uvita and do the Uvita Day Adventure with me? I really loved showing people my world, living vicariously through their adventures here. We can hit a lot of the popular attractions, so you never really know who's going to drop in on the Uvita Day Adventure. And it's definitely a good way to get in touch with your inner child. And if you want, we can even get off the beaten path. A coffee tour with mi amigo Dainier. Maybe we'll find some wildlife to photograph. Visit to the farmer's market, making some new friends. A refreshing swim in a beautiful swimming hole. And if you go on a coffee tour, I have to warn you, Dainier might put you to work. But there's a lot to see, and there's a lot to do. Make new friends, see some cool things, make some memories. The Uvita Day Adventure. Go to uvitaday.com for more information. Hopping into a beautiful swimming hole. Another thing we can do on the Uvita Day Adventure.
Hey guys, my name's Brett Bond. I'm from Utah, and I booked the Uvita Day Adventure with Ed. And I have to say I was a bit hesitant to book it in the beginning because I thought I could find stuff on my own. But now that we're out here and I'm actually chatting with Ed, I have to say the amount of information he's given me and just like all the different details, the fun facts, I'm super glad I booked it. So yeah, if you're visiting Costa Rica, book the adventure with Ed.
But that's all I've got for this edition of Costa Rica Story. Make sure you like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, but most importantly, share this video and this channel with a friend. Hasta luego.